At a Senate business meeting on July 30th, Senator Paul argues against Senator Hawley's current stock trading ban legislation to move forward. Watch him explain why right here.
I think Senator Scott makes a good point on the illiquid assets. In addition to maybe some land that you've had for a generation from your family that's not really you're attached to it has value, but nobody really wants to buy it. You got to sell it. But also, what if the stock market? What if you choose to run a year and a half before your election? The stock market's booming. During your campaign, the stock market tanks 20%, and nobody in their right mind would want to sell it. You're having to sell. So I think these are bad ideas. But the number one bad idea, particularly about the substitute, and the vote we're going to have is on the substitute. The substitute protects Donald Trump. So basically, you're asking the bill currently would affect Donald Trump. So if Democrats are pondering this, you will be voting to protect Donald Trump if you vote for the substitute. We are going to have a recorded vote on this. Look, if this is a great bill, if this is the greatest thing since sliced bread and it's really necessary, it should apply to Donald Trump. But the fact that they don't want to apply it to Donald Trump means that it's a really crummy bill and it would do terrible things to Donald Trump's finances. So if this is a great bill, let's apply it to the president. And you will have a chance on that. So we will have a vote, and the next vote is going to be on the substitute. The substitute protects Donald Trump. The original bill does not protect Donald Trump. And so I hope everybody will think about that. I will oppose the substitute change because I think it should apply to everybody or nobody. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. We're going to apply it to us and the president, and except for Donald Trump. To accept Donald Trump from this is crazy. It also excludes all the courts, all the staff. I frankly think that there are chiefs of staff on, the Armed Services Committee know a lot more about tank sales and plane sales and this and that way before anybody else does. That if you think there's a real problem with this, apply this to staff as well. I think the courts know. If I've got a decision coming up and it's Monsanto and I'm going to rule on a $1 billion case against Monsanto, should the people that work for the judge be included in this? I do agree with Senator Johnson, though, that I think insider trading is not only has always been illegal, it was further made illegal under more scrutiny under the Stock Act. And I think this is a solution looking for publicity, but not necessarily something that is really an accurate or effective tool. If it were, it would apply to President Trump. So the vote we're going to have is to be excluding President Trump from this bill. And if you think that's fair, vote for the substitute. If you don't think it's fair to exclude Donald Trump, I think we should vote against the substitute. Not because I have anything against Donald Trump, but because I think everybody should be treated fairly.
For more clips like this, stay tuned to Congress Clips. And thanks for watching.